What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Disc Golf Ninja here. Today I'm going to talk about a multitude of topics, all in the disc golf related family. I'm going to drop an egg of knowledge on you disc golf newbies out there and people that aren't as good as me. And even the pros, can, the pros are still learning stuff, okay? So I think my videos have a little something for everybody. At least they're intended to. Basically, I do this to document my disc golf career and to possibly help newcomers to disc golf and stuff because I was terrible for a long time. I'm just now starting to learn a little bit about the game, and I'm just starting to get a little bit better about my technique and stuff. But it's mostly a mental game, and a big part of the mental game is just being able to, handle the pressure that you put on yourself and that other people put around you, and to be able to stay positive regardless of the negative energy that's being like directed in your way, to possibly, foil your shot or whatever, to rise above the nice and the nicers, that's all mental stuff. That stuff, that part of the game, they just say, disc golf's mostly mental. I think it's a third. I think it's mind, body, spirit. I think it's a mind, body, spirit thing. It's a very zen sport or art form or whatever you want to call it. But throwing a circle, 500 plus feet, I don't care what you call it, that's freaking amazing, all right? So that's my goal, to get 500 feet. And my forearm has always been strong. My backhand's always been weak. But I think my backhand's coming a long way because I was practicing earlier and it's getting better. So today's just basically a rant vlog about the Disc Golf Ninja talking about disc golf. I could go all day about it, okay? Like any other sport, it demands your respect, okay? And like any other sport, if you want to get better at it, you got to put in the work. You got to do the field work and the practice and all that crap, okay? So, anyways, I think today it's Saturday. I'm bored to death. The Disc Golf Ninja has no friends or life to speak of. And the Disc Golf Ninja also has no money or anything like that. The Disc Golf Ninja is just a happy little ninja in this crazy world trying to play, trying to live out his dreams and enjoy life and enjoy his passions, which is like disc golf and stuff. Um, and there's a reason I'm so passionate about it is because, my brother Chris, I talk about him a lot, he's practically pro. Um, he's twice as good as me and throws twice as far as me and gets twice as many aces and birdies as me. And just the ultimate disc golf machine. Like he's just the local hero, of course. So, like my little brother, he's such a prick. He just has to be better than me at everything. He's a little butthole. My little brothers and my mother are just the worst. Just just the worst little brothers a big brother could ask for. It's just been a nightmare since day one. And they keep sucking me into their horrible lives and stuff. And I was like, bro, I got my own horrible life. So, anyways, disc golf. Today I'm going to be throwing exclusively this crazy thing because one, not a lot is known about it. All right, and two, it's very strong. It's very tough. I'm just going to be throwing it up against the wall. It's PDGA approved. Okay. Now, I was talking in another video about tuning. Like some guys like to just bend them in half and they're good. Okay. Other guys like to frickin' bend them frickin' in quarters, and some guys like to do eighths. The instructions say you gotta bend it in eighths. Okay, now I can't even remember if you gotta bend it up for overstable or down for understable or what. But you're always bending this thing, and I'm like, God, this is so stupid. Basically, anytime it hits anything, you have to frickin' retune it or whatever. And I can't get it to fly right. I had two of these. I gave one to Frankenstein, and he got it to fly perfect. So the longest roller I had is with this, plus one of the longest forehands. I threw like four plus forehand with this thing one time. May have gone five. I don't know. It was really far. I just went. Now, I'm noticing that the more I throw, it's that sound. That sound I'm looking for. It makes this when you throw a perfect drive, it makes a certain like whistle. Like I can't even explain it. Like I can't even explain the sound a perfect drive makes, but it makes it sound. And despite your feet dragging your ground and isolate all that, I was practicing earlier and I noticed the different sounds between a crappy release and a perfect release. It just makes like there's a specific sound that it makes. It's almost like a whistle. It's kind of like that. And when you hear that, you know it's going to be a good drive. It's going to go very far. But to achieve that, it takes a lot of practice. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do some field work. I'm going to talk to you disc golf noobs about etiquette, which to me is one of the most important parts of disc golf because nothing irritates me more than a bunch of jabronis out there with zero respect for the game or other players and don't have any etiquette. It's stuff like that that gets me fired up and makes me want to fight a guy. So that's why, people want to, half the people at my local course hate my guts and want to fight me, and I want to fight them too. But the problem is, this Skull Ninja is a pretty nice guy, and he doesn't want to hurt anybody, and he definitely doesn't want to get hurt. So, I'm not going to street fight anybody, okay? If any of you haters want to fight me, you can fight me in the ring or in octagon, okay? I will fight anybody in my class in a sanctioned fight, okay? I'm not going to street fight anybody, right? Because I know at least in the octagon, well, there'll be a ref and it'll be kind of fair and whatnot. On street, it's never fair in a street fight, ever. So I'm not gonna street fight anybody. Okay, no matter how much you haters and blockers piss me off, I'm not gonna street fight anybody. I will fight you in a ring or octagon if you're in my weight class. Okay, I can hit anywhere from like I don't know what they're called, but like I could go as low as like 160 or as high as like 210. I could fight anywhere from 160 to 210. Right now, I'm trying to build lean muscle mass, so I'm trying to drop down to. I'm trying. According to the internet, my ideal weight is 155. That's not going to happen. So, the last time I weighed in, I was 190, and that was a month ago. And I lost weight, so I probably weigh like 180 now. 5'9", 5'10", something like that, 5'9" and a half or something, almost 5'10", I think. And then I weigh like 180. So, I think I could drop down. They want me to be at 155, and I'm like, 155, I'll be skin and bones. There won't be anything on me. I need to have powerful legs and muscles to throw one of these pieces of plastic 500 feet. Okay, it takes everything I have. And I noticed the other day when I was playing with Frankenstein, it's like that kid Danny says, he's slow is smooth and smooth is far. The techniques really work because, I was just trying to throw smooth and focus on my technique and just doing like 1 and 4 step run ups. And I was getting incredible distance and flight lines, and I was really stoked. I was really stoked. I was just throwing smooth. That's been my whole problem. And, every throw I try to throw as hard as I possibly can. And, that's a way to go. But it seems like my shoulder and arm are getting messed up and all these other problems. So yesterday, yesterday on the course, I started working more on my legs, my lower body, my focusing on my footwork, my timing, my legs and my hips, and more so my hips, because if you're like me, most guys they throw all arm, and I use all arm. I throw it as hard as I can with just my arm, and then my arm gets all jacked up and my throws go like not very far. You could throw like maybe 300 feet with just arm. But then I'm like, dude, you have these powerful legs and butt and hips and stuff. Like, massive calves and stuff. I'm like, dude, use them, man. It's like I wasn't even using my lower body at all. But through field work and video, I've realized what's wrong with my driving technique, and especially my backhand. And I've made huge strides in it, and you guys will see what I've done when I play 18 holes on Tuesday. I'll take you guys along with me and show you how I've improved as a disc golfer. That's important, I think, is to always want to be improving. I mean, even the top pros, even Macbeth wants to improve. Everybody, everybody wants to improve. Okay, so all as long as you're always learning, you're always having fun and wanting to improve, then you're good. That's the important thing, having fun. Like you're not going to last in this game unless you really enjoy it. And you want to start off just, you know, be in it for the exercise and then hanging out with nature and your friends and stuff. That's what it's all about. And that's still what it's all about for me, but I also like my problem is my grandpas and stuff, they were always like, dude, if you can't be the best at something, don't even try. So that's like instilled into me. I always, whatever I do, whatever I choose to do, whatever it is, I absolutely have to be the best at it. And that's the bottom line. And, you know, was never interested in disc golf. I thought always this stupid hippie sport. And sometimes I still do feel that way. But, you know, it's become more than a hobby of mine. It's a passion now. And I want to be the best I could be at it. I'm at the point now, I've been doing it for so long that I should be a lot better than I am. But you know, hey, I'm a par player, man. If you know on just about any course, I'll end up around par, somewhere around there. Maybe a couple strokes over, maybe a couple strokes under sometimes, you know. But I usually try to shoot par. You know, in a tournament situation or something important, I usually play a pretty conservative game. Sometimes when I'm just friends and stuff, I just go for it on every shot. So you know, I have a crazy disc golf style. It's not like anybody else's I've ever seen. So I mean, I definitely don't necessarily want anyone to completely emulate my style because it's my style. You need to develop your own style. And that's what comes with field work and throwing and technique. I mean, you should basically be throwing a disc every frickin' day, whether it's frickin' putting practice or driving practice or, you know, field work or practicing your footwork or just, you know, sitting in your room just practicing the motions with a disc in your hand. You know, make sure when you practice you always have a disc because if you practice without a disc, you could do that for months and years, okay? But then as soon as you touch a disc, it's going to feel different. So make sure you always practice with a disc, okay, guys? So I'm cracking eggs of knowledge here. Hopefully, this video helps somebody. I really hope it does. I really just felt like doing a 15-minute YouTube rant vlog today, which is basically what I'm doing because I'm bored and I don't have any friends in real life and I have nobody to talk to and I can't trust anybody in this world. So it sucks to be me. Disc golf ninja. To be a disc golf ninja is a lonely, selfless, humble, painful, heartbreaking, agonizing, brutal life. Okay, but disc golf ninjas have to, you know, it's like anything else you're passionate about. If you want to be the best at it, then um, you got to pay your dues. And you got to put in the work. You know, and for me, it's taken longer to be at where I'm at than I should have been. You know, I met this guy one time, Johnny, from Bakersfield. Real nice kid. He must have been like 21, 22. Real young, nice kid. Tall, lanky kid, like perfect disc golf body. And this guy was awesome, dude. I couldn't believe what a good player, what a raw talent he was. I mean, this guy could just throw like 500 feet hyzers in his sleep, man. I'm like, whoa. And he asked me, he's like, he watched me play, and I'm like, high rec level player. I mean, that's it. And he watched me play, and he's like, oh, I see you like throw all max weight, huh? And I was like, yeah, that's all I throw, dude. I only ball max weight, that's it. And he's like, huh? He's like, the farthest disc I ever threw was like a 137 or something. And I was like, huh. And then I did more research on it. It turns out there's a scientific